This is going to be my last earnings report from my basement. The office is done, and so I'm going to be moving up there this weekend. So hopefully, the future for this channel is not doing YouTube videos in a dark, unfinished basement. But it is what it is. So I'm going to just get right into my Microstock earnings for the month of February in this year of 2024. I'm going to start with my lowest earning sites, and then I'll work up to the highest earning stock site. So stick around till the end. Let's start with the big zeros. The first site I'm going to mention is my book cover site, Archangel. Have had a sale this year, but not in February, so I earned zero there. Photo for Me, no sales on Photo for Me. Photo for Me is a print-on-demand site rather than a stock site, but sometimes you get sales. Nothing in February, however. So moving on to essentially the stock sites now. 123RF, I earned $1.91. Haven't uploaded there in a while, and honestly, I'd be kind of curious to get your comments on what you're doing right now, whether you're still uploading to the sites that don't really sell much, or if you've just narrowed down and focused more on a few of the sites. So I'd love to see your comments on that point below. That's also really helpful to the other people that watch this channel, is to see what other contributors are doing that maybe don't have YouTube channels. So your comments are super helpful to a lot of people. Let's keep moving on. Big stock, I had sales of $4.51 in February. And then next site is Black Box. Yeah, so normally I report no earnings on Black Box, but I did have a sale. It actually showed up in my account as a January sale, even though I didn't report it in that month, but it was just the last day of the month, so I'm not sure if that's how the reporting goes. Anyway, I had one sale on Black Box, earned me $11.45. Not exactly sure what the exact file is, since it's not clear to me on whether they always show the asset that's sold. I couldn't figure it out. So the good thing about the Black Box, though, was that the payout came in the next month. So there's no minimum amount necessary to get payouts. So it's kind of nice when you do have a sale and you're not selling very much, that you do get those payouts happening rather than waiting for years for a threshold to be met. So that was good to get a sale on Black Box. Still not uploading there. It just doesn't fit my strategy for now, but that could always change. So let's move on to the next site, and it's Wirestock. I'm not a subscriber to their platform, so I don't upload there anymore, but I'm still getting some sales. In the month, I had $16.49 worth of earnings. That's based on 16 image sales, which earned $9.35, and one video sale that earned $7.14. So that's nice to get video sales there, given I only have 8 videos uploaded to the site. The next best-selling site for me was Deposit Photos. I had 83 image sales, and that earned me $19.62. So Deposit is just, trickling along, but it all adds up in the end. So it is maybe not actually worthwhile once you do get a portfolio, and it can slowly add up over time. So it's not totally something that Deposit Photos isn't a site that you should necessarily avoid, I would say. All right, let's keep moving through this. Dreamstime, start to get to more specific information now. Dreamstime, I have 15,168 images in my portfolio, and I have 585 videos. I had 47 sales, all images, and that earned me $24.69 for an royalty per download of 53 cents. The best sale was a shot of this office tower with the Enbridge logo on it. Enbridge is a large pipeline company in North America. Office towers with corporate logos are subject matter that does sell. It doesn't have to be necessarily a great photo, as mine wasn't. But especially if you're getting new or getting into stocks and you're new to it all, photographing stuff like that can be really easy and a really easy way to sort of get a bit of a base portfolio going, so that you can sort of be a little bit more surgical after that. So always a good option to photograph stuff like that, especially if you have unique companies or even big international companies that you can photograph in your locations. There's a continual demand for that type of content on the stocks. Okay, let's go on to the next best-selling site, and that for me this month was Pond5. I have 8,833 images, and I have 2,396 videos. I had 6 total sales. 2 were videos, and that earned $39.20. And 4 were image sales, and they earned $12.12. So my total sales on Pond5 was $51.32. The video that sold for the most was this video looking back down from the sort of summit of Diamond Head Volcano in Waikiki, or Honolulu, Hawaii, Oahu. You know where it is. But you can hike up to the rim of the crater of the volcano, and it's actually a really easy hike, and a lot of people do it, and it's a popular spot. So I just took a video looking back down the trail up and the stairs at the top. So nice to see stuff like that sell. Okay, let's move on to motion array. I have 780 assets, about 50% video, 50% photographs. And in the month of February, I had 306 total downloads, and that earned me $54. So motion array continues to creep up. And yeah, it's been a surprisingly pleasant experience. The best earning photo or video was this suburban aerial in winter shot, and I think this was my best selling video last month as well. So maybe it's just like a seasonal thing, and I'll have more summer content start to sell soon. Okay, let's move to Istock, my next best-selling stock, and my port size on Istock. And I should say that this is for the month of January, actually. So my portfolio size currently is 9,011 images, and I have 522 videos there now. I had 199 total sales, and that earned me $133.03. For a royalty per download of 67 cents. Now, of the sales, 14 were video sales, and those 14 video sales earned $42.87 for a royalty per download of $3.06. The best earning video continues to be the same one every month, and in part it's because it's on the first page of results for searching in Calgary, where the video was taken, my city. And when you get an asset on the first page, and it sits on that first page for a while, it tends to outsell anything else that you have. So it's always great to be on that first page. Okay, and the image that earned the most revenue in the month was this photograph of the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. Took this from a parkade roof. And it earned $6.52. So always look for those unique angles or parking garages. I've mentioned this before. They can be a good spot to just check them out, especially when you're in a travel-oriented location. You can sometimes get nice sort of elevated views that you can't otherwise get. All right, so let's move on to Shutterstock. I have a portfolio size of 13,517 images, and I have 1,328 videos there now. In February, I had a total of 289 sales, and that earned me $161.17. So that was divided up by image sales of 287 and video sales of 2. The images earned $146.93 for a 51-cent royalty per download, and the videos earned $14.24 for a royalty per download of $7.12. So the best video sale that I had was this time lapse that I made of part of the midway at the Calgary Stampede. And I think if I can, I'm going to try to do some more time lapse for the Stampede, which is one of the biggest events that Calgary has. It's a huge rodeo and exhibition, and it's a huge party, and a lot of people come. So it's always a good subject matter for stock assets on the editorial side of things. So I think I want to do a lot more and higher quality time lapses for that event this summer, and maybe I'll do some videos on how to do cinematic time lapses when I shoot that stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. The best image sales on Shutterstock were these two house photo sales that I took. Have you seen these kind of photos before? These are uploaded as royalty free. I just removed the location information like the house number and stuff like that, and I give it a bit of a generic description. So each of those images earned $16.99. So Alamy is actually my next site. It's not usually ranked so high as it is in this month, but this month I did well. And I have 13,551 images on my Alamy page or portfolio. I had a total of 10 sales in the month of February. And the gross on that was actually $1,270, and my net was $504.28. So $504 on Alamy, I think, is the highest that I've ever had. I'm pretty sure it is, and like grossing well over 1,000 on that site is unheard of for me. So the one photo I'll show you, it's not the one that's sold for 1,000. I'm going to show you this photo right here. And this photo is of the Grey Eagle Casino on the Tsuut'ina Nation. Some of the Indigenous First Nations that are in Canada have built casinos, and so the Indigenous casinos are a destination for travelers and for all kinds of things. So one of the things that I like to do, as you know, is produce Indigenous related content because there is a demand for that, and it can be of the people, of where they live, political based issues like residential schools, but also things that are travel related or economic related. They also sell very well. So the casino images were important to get, and so just don't forget to focus on stuff like that when you're shooting a subject matter or a group or what have you. And the photo that I sold for $1,000, I think I'm just gonna leave that off for now. I might do a video on it in the future because it was kind of an interesting situation, and it was a rights managed rather than a royalty free sale. So I just thought I'd say that. If there is interest, maybe I'll make a video on that one. It's something I'm just thinking about, and so if I want to do more of or what have you. So anyway, that I don't mean to sort of yeah, maybe I'll do a video on that. So moving on to my final site, and of course my best earning site month after month is Adobe Stock. I have a portfolio size of 14,623 assets now. 13,995 are photos and AI illustrations, and I have videos in the amount of 628 now. So my total sales for the month were 681 sales, and that earned me $529.83. So great month there as well. That breaks down as 676 image sales, including AI, for $506.03. For a royalty per download of 75 cents. And for videos, I had 5 video sales. That earned me $23.80 for a royalty per download of $4.76. So that was really good. My best earning video was worth $8.40, and it was this kind of establishing shot of a country road in the agricultural areas in autumn. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just end this off with a fun fact of my top 10 selling assets on Adobe Stock in February. One of those was a photograph. It was this sort of shot you've seen before of a panoramic image of Edinburgh Castle. So that was the only photograph in my top earners. The rest of them were video assets or AI generated images. So just thought I'd throw that out there. So at least for me, you can kind of see what's trending in my top 10. And it's a huge change from the past where I had limited videos and it was all about images for me. And obviously there was no AI till the last little bit. But it's a strange thing. And it's going to be curious to see where things go here in the near future. Anyway, my total earnings were $1,512.30. So I actually went up from January, which surprised me a bit, but the Alamy sale was a huge chunk of that. Great month in February. Hope you also had a great month. And if you're not a subscriber and you get anything out of my content, please subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Hope everyone has a great March. Take care.